Welcome back, family and friends, to another episode of Independent Joe. Tonight, I got some Kentucky whiskey, Tennessee whiskey, both of them blended together just for you to share, for you to taste. It's here, right here. Had this for like months ago. Bought it, thought about doing the review, and I just kept pushing it back. Well, because I'm doing reviews on a lot of stuff that I have. So, but finally got down to this one right here. Haven't tasted it. Getting mixed reviews on it. Some people say it's average to above average, so that's promising. Yesterday when I posted the video of the whiskey that I did, I was talking about how the aroma, when I poured it, I realized it wasn't getting the aroma, but on this one right here, I poured it and I'm getting the aroma that I thought I was going to be getting from the other one. The reason why I say that I thought I was going to get the aroma that I got yesterday, because this is kind of finished in a similar fashion, not exactly, but it is finished using maple syrup and toasted. So kind of the same thing, but it's not French toast. So it's going to be a little different. The aroma, though, pretty close and similar. I am getting that rich molasses on the nose. Just from here, I can smell that. And if you notice, I'm not going to talk about football or anything. I'm not going to talk about how, my team won. Because last time I did that, you had my team the following week all of a sudden exploded on themselves. So you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and just leave that alone. Just say, hey, it was a good game. Both teams had fun. I mean, especially my team. But both teams had fun. And you can't be mad about it. You do your best out there on the field. Sometimes your best just ain't good enough. So still, no hard feelings on what happened last week. We moved on, and hey, we got the W. That's all that matters. Doesn't matter if you win by 37 points or you win by 1 point. Hey, the win's a win. You know what I mean? But yeah. So that's as far as I'm gonna go on that. I'm not gonna try and brag about different things. I didn't put up stuff. This was just stuff that was laying around, and so some of the cowboy stuff is up, but it was just extra stuff. I'm gonna put away. This would be the only video I do that with. But anyways, just want to thank another supporter, another subscriber. Just decided to follow me and take this journey with me, this whiskey journey. Edmund Davis, Quinn, really appreciate you. Thank you. I know there's a few others, but again, it doesn't always show me the names until like later on who has subscribed. But if you want me to shout you out and you subscribe, let me know. I have no problems doing that. Also, I want to thank Tyler Ackerman again, one, for subscribing, and two, for not wrecking his car. I really appreciate that, brother. Do not do that. That's not a good thing to do. Anyways, so back. Let's get back on track, man. I don't want this to be an hour-long video, but yeah. So we got Sweetens Cove, Kennessee. Pretty cool. The way they finished it is how they get extraordinary, like some of the best Tennessee and Kentucky whiskey. They blend it together, and then they throw it in a stainless steel container, and then they blend it together, adding some what they call spirals, which normal people would call staves, I guess, but they're toasted maple syrup staves. So hey, there's a weeded bourbon company that does that a lot. I won't name names, but hey, if they can do it, I guess other companies are starting to jump on that. And also, Marianne Eves, the creator of this blend right here, also of the other Sweetens Coves, they brought her on to kind of head the blending department. And I really like Sweetens Cove. Have I went back and bought another one since her first bottle came out? No. And that's not because I don't like the whiskey. It is a different flavor. You do get a lot of that Tennessee because it is a Tennessee whiskey. But when I saw this one, I knew I had to get it. The other ones, the following year and a half, that the other two iterations, 2022, 2021. This is actually the first iteration of it, but I just felt like it's probably going to be that same flavor profile, and not that I don't like it, but I just haven't finished this one yet. So when I finish this one, I'll get the latest one probably. I mean, because I don't mind having it. I know a lot of people don't like the fact that Peyton Manning and Andy Roddick decided that they were going to promote whiskey. So this is another celebrity whiskey. What? And of course, there's a lot of names to it. Sorry for all of you who get pushed aside because those two names always pop up when it comes to talking about this whiskey. And again, I'm not going to go into the full story, but we know Sweetens Cove has to do with that golf course, that historic golf course, and we'll just leave it at that. So you can go ahead and read up more about Sweetens Cove, the golf course. So it has a few taglines in here on the neck. It says "Rivals No More," so it's talking about Tennessee and Kentucky being rivals. I didn't know that they were ever rivals, but that's cool that they're not rivals anymore. Now it's calling them. Now they're kindred spirits. And up here it says, "Did we just become best friends?" I think it's from Step Brothers, the movie Step Brothers. Who knows? Could be from anywhere. Did we just become best friends? And then it says, and then they have a toast on here. "Cheers to friends, old and new, to memories and traditions, laughter and legends." I don't get the last part, legends, but hey, laughter and something else. I would probably throw in a different word, but they threw in legends. But that's cool too. So maybe it's talking about the sports legends that are actually promoting this whiskey. So it's all good. So enough about the bottle, enough about the whiskey, enough about my boys putting the smack down, and they, again, just a good game. Enough about all that. Let me go ahead and get in on this nose. Oh man, I'm terrible. It's like I had to put my hand down, balance myself. All right. Really nice coating on the glass. I noticed that once I poured it, it was, you can't really see it right now. Of course, I got to do the face front and face forward. And then you got to show the side view and all that other stuff. I don't know how well it's coming through. I believe it should be coming pretty good. Hey, it's 4K, man. It's almost like going to hit you in the face, so you got to be careful. I'm going to go ahead and go in on the nose. Different than when I was sitting here. I was getting a lot of that maple syrup, that molasses cookie, a little bit of cinnamon, just from sitting here. But it's been sitting for a bit now. Let me show that again. Look at that, right there on the side. Let me pull it back a little, and yeah, it's really coating the glass. I'm kind of excited to taste this. This is at 110.7 proof. So pretty good. I know that these, this is age stated, but it did come in at 100.5 proof. 13-year Tennessee whiskey. This right here, of course, is the blend. So I guess they were able to play with the proof point a little bit. And it's something where a lot of people where they like that sweet and spicy. So I'm excited to taste it. And I keep saying that, but I actually am, because at 110 proof, Tennessee and Kentucky whiskey, kindred spirits, if you will. Yeah. So I am getting a lot of influence from Kentucky on this. I'm not getting any medicinal or anything like that people are scared of getting. When it comes to Tennessee whiskey, I'm not getting that on the nose. I'm getting more of a Kentucky influence on it, where it's that meaty type aroma that I get on Kentucky whiskeys. Or it could be the food that my wife just made, and now all that's in the air. So could be either or. So who knows? But once I stick my nose in there, I'm not smelling anything that's off-putting. It's really nice. You got your sweetness still there. I'm not getting in that maple syrup on the nose, ever so slightly, but more of that Kentucky feel on the nose. Really nice, really sweet, really inviting, and it's inviting me to take a drink. And I'm starting to already salivate, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that real quick. Cheers, everybody. Thank you again for your support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for the patrons who just make me feel like it's awesome that you'd be willing to support me in that way. Also, please, patrons, put in message me on Patreon, because this Christmas I'm going to be sending out samples for Christmas, so you have a nice drink on me for Christmas. So please, patrons, message me and let me know. Put in there your address if I don't have it already. I'm sure I have a few of yours, but if I don't, or you think I don't, please put it in there so I could get you your sample, hand delivered, of course. So really appreciate you guys, and I just want to show my appreciation. I want to make sure I get you something for Christmas, and what better to send or hand deliver than some good whiskey. So all right, let me get on the flavor on this. Wow, that is different. Really sweet, really spicy. I was when I saw the toast, then the maple syrup spirals, getting that syrup though, but not in the same fashion that I was getting yesterday when I did that other review. This is so different. Very, very Kentucky forward whiskey. Nice flavors coming from it. I'm curious. I wish that they would put not only some age statements, maybe some mash bills, something that we can kind of identify with, but maybe next time, Marianne needs maybe a little bit more information. I mean, I don't know how far those where you can't say too much, but I guess it's something that you got to keep. Really nice, really sweet, decently coating. Not as much as I thought it was gonna. From the look of the glass, I thought it was going to give a little bit more coating. Still there, though. Still there. I won't say it's like a crazy long finish, but there is still some remnants. Again, just a nice, sweet. Got some maple syrup on the back. Still like coming down really smooth, coming down through the esophagus, down the chest area in this region here. So really nice, really sweet, really decent pour. It's a really decent pour. I saw this, I believe it was, if I remember correctly, I bought this in Georgia, I believe. And I saw it, no, I'm sorry, Texas. I bought this in Texas. So on my way back, I stopped in Texas, saw this bottle, and I'm like, I don't have it. Wasn't sure if I wanted to buy it, but I was like, and then I saw that it was 110 proof, and I was just like, wow, I gotta at least let the people know if it's any good, right? Yeah, mostly Kentucky. I would have to say that this is more of a Kentucky bourbon than it is Tennessee. Really nice up front, sweet tones. I can't wait to sit with this. Every time I do a review, I take the glass, whatever's left in it, and I sit down. I let it sit for a little bit. I take a sip. I let it sit for a little bit, then I take a sip. And then sometimes in the comments, I'll put down, sat with this for a bit, and then I'll talk about just a brief of what I got. Maybe it changed a little bit. Maybe it stayed the same. This one, like I was saying, I think it was anywhere from $40 to $50 that when I saw it. I don't know if it was a sale or not, because I think MSRP is around $60, but I know I didn't pay $60. I know I paid a lot less, because that's kind of one of the driving points that made me go ahead and buy it. And I think it's good at that point. I think now tasting it, I think it's good to around $55. I mean, I think it's a decent pour. It's not bad. If you're scared of getting this because of the medicinal portion of what you would be tasting, I don't think there's any of that on this right here. Yeah. And I don't know, I don't get too much. I get the syrup, a little bit of oak, but not like an overwhelming. It's not oaky, so I'm assuming this is mostly aged. They relied on those flavor sticks to actually change the flavor of the whiskey, and I think it did to a certain extent. It didn't make it overly flavorful. Maybe took out maybe some flavors that you would normally get on a Kentucky whiskey blended with a Tennessee whiskey. I don't know. This is probably the first one I've tasted that blend. Maybe not, because I make my own blend sometimes. But then I also add Fireball, so it could be anything. So, but they don't even talk about how long, once they throw everything in that stainless steel container, blend it all up. They don't even say how long it's blended with those staves, and then they start pouring, start bottling that the whiskey. So again, would be nice to have that type of information instead of all this buddy and did we just become best friends? I that's funny, but I would rather take actual information on what it is I'm about to pour down my gullet. You know what I mean? So really appreciate everybody. Really nice. Again, not bad for $40 to $55. Would I get another one if I ran out of this? Yeah. If I don't have this gone by 2023, because this is 2022, this isn't gone, then on 2023, if it's gone, then yeah, I'm gonna get a 2023 version because it's not bad whiskey. And if I find it at the price I paid for it, which I believe was $40 to $50 in between there. So again, I don't like to talk prices, but I think that's, when you're talking about whiskeys and what you would say you should consider buying, I don't feel bad about saying you should buy a $30 whiskey or a $40 whiskey. That's probably the top limit. After that, like I said, you might want to taste it or try before you buy type thing. All right, so I think this video is about 17 hours long now, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut it out. I just keep smelling it because I want seeing if I could catch anything else from it. It's not bad. It's not like an alcohol bomb where you're like your nose is starting to flare up. Really easy on the nose, really easy down the hatch. And then on first taste, even now I've taken 3 drinks. You still get a burst of flavor. You still get a burst of I won't say heat because it's not hot, but it's just a nice warmth. And again, it's smooth going down, really nice. So that's all I got for you. I mean, I can recommend, but again, I know I paid between $40 and $50, so it's above that $40 mark. So I'd say try before you buy. But I'm telling you, if this is gone by next year and they have this out again, I would buy another bottle of this. This one I'm good with waiting until it's gone. Of course, as you can see, it's slowly going. I don't think I showed you the bottle, so let me show you the front of this real quick. Let me show you the top of it. I was thinking that this was going to be a little bit heavier, but it's a little light. Let me see here. Yep, same weight. So if you have this one, you're going to know how much this one weighs. Just same weight. They're just kind of light. Nicely made though. Really nice shiny stuff on it. So it's really nice to be able to aesthetically, it's nice. But yeah. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you for taking the time. Just a word of because there's a lot of chaos going on in the world right now. People hating on each other and stuff like that. And I just want to say, you know what? If somebody's lifestyle, somebody's being has nothing to do with you, leave people alone. You know, I hate to, you know, I'm not trying to end this on a down note, but I'm just saying, you know, we're all in this world. We got to live in this place together. You know, treat each other with respect. And that's all I'm going to leave you with. Love you guys. Thank you again for your support. And let's keep building the channel. You and I, just you and I. Okay, never mind. I was about to sing, but sorry about that. Hey, let's build this channel together. Really appreciate you all. Thank you for the support again, and have a good morning, afternoon, good night, whatever time you're watching this. And I'll see you on the next one.